The handsome, aloof owner of the Cedar Ridge retreat was warming oat milk for me. Suddenly I heard his thoughts. What do? I like her so much, wanna kiss her, hug her. Ugh, this damned oat milk, I'd cook it for her for the rest of my life. Hearing that, I stared at his cold, expressionless face and fell into deep thought. Before we go on, please subscribe to this channel and tell us in the comments where you're listening. My phone clattered onto the table. I stared in disbelief at the man behind the bar stirring the little milk pot. He looked indifferent, gaze frosty, black shirt, slim gold-rimmed spectacles, an extra layer of repressed desire. Hearing the noise, he glanced at me reflexively. Almost at once he looked back at the bubbling milk. I copied this whole outfit from TikTok and she still won't look twice, just plays with her phone. Now even her phone can't take it. Other girls ask me to grab something? I tell them to do it themselves. I'm personally warming her oat milk, why doesn't she get it? Wha, is my love story ending before it starts? No way, my 1,000-year iceberg is melting for her alone. What the heck? Why can I suddenly hear Logan's thoughts? Funniest part, he likes me too. Ha, Mr. Cool and Distant, your turn to squirm. Years of overtime had turned me into a Denver workaholic, so I booked a spontaneous escape to Cedar Ridge. I'd reserved the lodge online weeks earlier. Only after checking in did I discover the owner was the ice king I'd crushed on in high school. Back then I was chubby and insecure, admired from afar, never dared to speak. Now I'm tall, slim, ceiling-level gorgeous, with a fat bank account and sky-high confidence. Time to shoot my shot. When heaven plans to drop a huge task on you, it first messes with your mind. Ache, 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 ache. No matter how many coy stunts I pulled, he stayed unmoved. So I decided to give up and head back to Denver. Then torrential rain washed out the mountain road. Great, just when fate looked impossible, heaven handed me 2 superpowers. Your oat milk. Logan looked perfectly neutral, the milk was the ideal temperature. He poured it into a mason jar, cool enough to hold. With my new superpower I felt mischievous, those clueless rom-com heroines always end up with a milk mustache. Worth a try. I lifted the jar and took a big gulp. He was organizing things behind the bar, head down, so I gave a little cough. His gaze swept my face, snagged on my lips, froze for half a second, then dropped again without comment. Quade, she's adorable, wanna kiss her, lick it clean for her. OMG, I'm such a perv, wanna do this and that. No, she's a goddess, I can't think like that, but I really wanna. Stop, think any harder and I'll need to confess to a priest. What do? Wanna cook for her so bad. I smirked. Sly dog, almost had me fooled. Thought you were an ice king, turns out you're a secret softie. Watch me toy with you. Logan, I'm bored with your lodge food. Know anywhere decent around here? His hand stilled, finally he looked up. Places here taste about the same. If you want something local, you could eat in a family's home. Sobbing, Serena's tired of my food and I wanted to cook for her forever. What do? Should I enroll in culinary school? Look, cordon bleu, save me. Ahem, I choked. Logan Cedar has its own chef, I'd assumed he'd made my meals. Turns out he'd cooked them himself. Can't lie, flavors were mediocre, but hey, he's the owner, probably eats chef-prepared meals daily. How good could his skills be? You okay? His hand twitched. Went down wrong, hurts. Honestly, not that bad. He hesitated, then snuck his palm onto my back, patting gently. Better? Prairie dog scream, I touched Serena's back. Greatest milestone ever. Does she hate it? She looks miserable, will she cough up a lung? Even if she does, I'll still love her. Kinda gross, dude. Yeah, better. Thanks. Not washing this hand tonight. Nope, not tomorrow either. Tomorrow I'll take you to eat with locals, my friends have great food, deal. I nodded fast. Past 9 p.m. the stranded guests lit a bonfire and sprawled around the yard, chatting, playing cards, nibbling kebabs. I had an idea for more Logan mischief, hopped off my bar stool, ready to leave. Hey, wanna join our game? A college junior named Flynn, same shuttle, super enthusiastic, called me over. What are you playing? What game could top teasing Logan? Arghh, what's he up to? Is he into her? I'm jealous, every vinegar factory in Shaanxi belongs to me. Please don't go play with them. Okay, this game does sound better than Logan. We're doing a scary story relay, he said, scratching his head. I glanced past him, 5 other 20-somethings staring hopefully. Sure. Dear God, what kind of setup is this? I'll kill you if you don't send rain, pour, already. I'll sacrifice that punk to the sky for a downpour. I curved my lips, narrowed my eyes. Logan, you in? He hesitated, frowning, then muttered, fine. Classic split personality, who'd guess he's crazy about me? The college kid's eyes lit up like sparklers. Back home they say if an old person grows new teeth, it's stolen life from the young. A 90-plus granny started teething, so her kids locked her up to starve. After she died they pinned her corpse with 8 iron stakes and nailed the coffin shut. 1 month later her out-of-town grandson came back, dreamed she'd crawled out. Villagers swore it was impossible, but they hiked up anyway. The coffin was pried open, and the body was gone. Chills, properly spooky. Scary scary, why tell ghost stories at night? I'm terrified. I hate you all, gonna sacrifice every one of you for rain. Wish I could crawl into Serena's arms, feels so cold. Wait, that's just her warm hug missing. Seriously, dial it back, kid. I slipped my hand under the table and slid it into Logan's. His fingers froze against the glass, then he tilted his head to look at me. I blinked quickly, letting my eyes go shiny and wet, and whispered right against his ear, Logan, I'm scared, let me hold your hand, just for a second. Say more, keep talking, I could listen all night. Serena's hand is so tiny, so soft. If I could hold it for the rest of my life I'd die happy. Your turn, boss. The girl across the table batted her lashes at Logan. I saw it now, apparently I wasn't the only one crushing on him. Finally the whole village searched for days, he finished, and they found the grandfather's grave had been disturbed too. When we opened it, the old woman's body was right there beside him. That night the grandson dreamed again. Grandma wanted to be buried with her husband. If they refused, she'd haunt the house forever. Silence dropped over the table. I shut up too. If I died, I'd crawl into Serena's grave to be with her. I like her that much. What species of hopeless romantic is this? Haha, boss, you're so funny. Boss, do you have a girlfriend? I do. A girlfriend? Impossible. If Serena would be my girlfriend I'd cook for her every single day. No need, really, the food's only so. The girl's eyes dimmed. Then, big sister, do you have a boyfriend? Flynn asked me. Not yet. Flynn's eyes sparkled like stars. So what's your type? Arg, this jerk. Serena would never like someone like you, give it up. I smiled. Good looking, 8-pack, devoted, sweet. Then, sis, what do you think of me? Whoa, do kids these days just shoot their shot like this? What the hell? How can he say that out loud? A man who doesn't love himself is a wilted cabbage. Serena, don't like him, look at me, look at me. Wow, sis, Flynn is the campus heartthrob. He plays varsity basketball, definitely has an 8-pack, totally your type. Yeah, tons of girls chase him and he turns them all down, he's super loyal. The whole table chimed in. Flynn blushed and gazed at me shyly. Great, I'd overplayed it. 8-pack? I've got one too, plus sun-kissed skin, 0 dating history, and I'd treat her like gold. I answered Flynn seriously, you're still young. You'll meet someone even better. His eyes reddened, the table went quiet. Headache. Don't do this to me, I had no idea what to do. I mean, I've been working for years, I'm a lot older, it wouldn't be right. Flynn forced a smile. It's okay, sis, I get it. The game ended on that awkward note. I'd lost every urge to flirt with Logan. After a shower I crawled into bed at 11. Next morning Logan was nowhere around the lodge, no idea where he'd vanished. Flynn didn't approach either, only watched from a distance. So awkward, I hid in my room. At noon Logan texted, come downstairs. He was waiting in a black waterproof shell, cargo pants, gold-rimmed glasses, hair tousled by the wind. How can anyone look this hot? A girl walking past literally rubbernecked and almost walked into the door. Over here. He waved me over. What's up? Logan said, you wanted local food last night, right? I found a place. Mortifying, I'd actually wanted his cooking. I hadn't known I'd already eaten it. Jordan, where are you two going? It was the girl from the game, Lizzie. Logan answered coolly, taking her to lunch. Alex asked, where? Can we come? No. I arranged for two, they're not prepared for more. Lizzie pouted, can't they whip up extra? Ugh, she's annoying, wrecking my alone time with Serena. I hate her. I jumped in, it's not like that. I told the boss the lodge food was getting repetitive, so he suggested a family-style meal off-site. They're ready for two only, no time to add more. Fine. Lizzie spun away, sulking. By the time we arrived, the food was set out in a private dining room. The hosts excused themselves, leaving just Logan and me. Alone time with Serena, happy, ecstatic, in love. Smart move booking ahead and telling them to eat first. We'll do this again. Try this, it's a local specialty. Will I start seeing little green men? I picked up a piece of mystery mushroom, actually mind-blowingly good. She eats like a squirrel, cheeks puffed out. Want to pinch them so bad. The Ice King was anything but icy. That lunch ended under the noisy soundtrack of Logan's heart. That afternoon a bunch of guests decided to hike back to Cedar for one more day. Flynn knocked to ask if I was in. I figured the road would reopen soon and I hadn't gone far last time, might as well. I WhatsApped Logan, he answered hours later, sure. No idea where he'd disappeared to, out of range, his thoughts were silent. So boring. 8 a.m. next day, 7 of us met downstairs. Logan handed me breakfast, just a breakfast burrito and cold brew. Since he lived here he naturally led the group. I walked behind him. All the way he named plants, told local legends. Yes, I'm awesome. Is Serena listening? Will she fall for me? If she does I'll go vegan for life. No need for such a vicious oath, Flynn, we're on sacred ground. I tugged his sleeve. He steadied me instantly. You okay? Fine, just slipped. A little farther on Lizzie tapped my shoulder. I stopped while the others passed. You know the boss has a girlfriend, right? Maybe he lied? Shameless much? He's taken and you're still throwing yourself at him. What can I say? I did flirt, she just missed the show. My head throbbed. How do I deal with a righteous teenager? I'm not throwing myself at him. Lizzie sputtered, you totally grabbed him on purpose just now. Damn Logan, if he hadn't sworn such a vicious mental oath about Flynn, why would I have grabbed him? My bad, totally my bad. I really didn't do it on purpose. There was a bug on my hand and I just instinctively shook it off. Really? Really, really? Logan's voice drifted back from up ahead. You too, hurry up and keep up. I answered at once, coming. Let's go, don't fall behind. Honestly, I hate hiking, it's exhausting. I trudged along at the rear. Flynn doubled back. Sis, let me carry your stuff. I shook my head quickly. No need, I can manage, he smiled. But you're struggling. Don't worry, I work out every day, this is nothing. Before I could refuse, Logan walked over too. I've got it. How could Serena's pack go to you? Only a forever faithful, single-minded pup like me deserves to carry her bag. He simply took my pack and slung it over his shoulder. Stick out your tongue all you want, out here, status, background, and strength decide everything. What do you have to compete with me? Flynn's face turned the color of old dishwater. Without a word he spun and stalked off. Beside us, Lizzie looked equally sour, grinding her teeth at me like she wanted to bite. Logan, don't you have a girlfriend? Carrying another girl's pack doesn't seem right. Logan replied coolly, we broke up. Lizzie's expression worsened, she stared at me as if I were a husband-stealing fox. Humph. She whirled away too. Kids just got a harmless crush on you. No need to be that harsh. After years of self-doubt, I admire youngsters brave enough to love and hate out loud. Every confession costs them guts. Unlike me, I only know how to flirt in the dark. Arg, I'm splitting apart. Serena thinks I'm cold, heartless, and unreasonable, but I'm not. I just fear she'll mistake me for a guy who warms everyone when I'm actually a secret softie. She misreads me, what do I do? Online, urgent. Well, that I hadn't seen coming. Let's move. Aren't you the guide? I said, bracing myself. All right. Serena hates me. My love story dies before it starts, I'll never be happy again. Sky above, earth below, send a lightning bolt and fry me. Rumble, damn it, I knew you couldn't think reckless thoughts on the sacred peak. Thunder actually cracked. Logan's face changed. We'd been walking all morning, Cedar Ridge was now far, far behind us. Raindrops began clattering down. What's happening? Why's it raining? Forecast said no rain today. Crap, let's head back, fast. Being caught in the mountains in rain is flat out dangerous. Logan waved everyone up, no more breaks, double time retreat. We all wanted out, but moss-slick stones lay everywhere, just waiting to send us flying. Watch your step, go careful. The rain thickened, showing zero sign of quitting. A gauzy mist rose ahead. Stay tight, don't struggle, fog's up, we could lose someone, Logan shouted. A boom shook the ridge, chased by screams, as a torrent of mud poured off the slope. A gust brushed past, I was slammed to the ground. Right side, everyone, right side. Logan roared. He yanked me up and sprinted right. We skidded nonstop. Logan's fingers clamped my wrist, dragging me. I staggered to match him. Go. He shoved me forward. The churning tide of mud caught him from behind and swept him away. My scalp prickled. I bolted downslope to the right. Logan. He thrashed in the slurry, groping for a branch, but the trees were too tall to grasp. I glanced uphill. Fog swallowed everything, no telling how much more was coming. The others screamed and fled downslope. My foot slipped, I landed hard, scrambled up, kept running. Wave after wave of muck surged downward. In the mist I lost sight of him. Worse, the roar drowned every shout. Logan, Logan. My cheeks were wet, I couldn't tell rain from tears. Rain slashed my eyes, I slipped again and rolled, hugging my head. Pain flared everywhere, like my bones had shattered. Just as I thought I'd tumble all the way to the valley, I slammed into a trunk and stopped. Ow. I stood. The torrent slowed, finally pooling on a gentler slope below. My teeth chattered, I shook all over. I rushed over, digging and shouting, Logan, Logan, where are you? Nothing, nowhere. Serena, where's Logan? It was one of the guys. I sobbed, down there, he's down there. Please, help me save him. He tossed his pack and began scooping mud. Quick, spread out, everyone. The 6 of us fanned into sections. His voice in my head, why was it silent? Logan, where are you? I felt no pain, I clawed at the sludge like a machine. Not here, shift uphill. Still nothing. I lost track of time, it felt like seconds. Yet Flynn hauled me up. Enough. It's too late. What do you mean? Logan's waiting, don't stop me. Rain hammered us, Flynn yelled, 10 minutes gone, buried that long, he's already suffocated. 10? Had 10 minutes really passed? I shoved him. You know nothing, he saved me, he's down there because of me. Logan, say something. Where are you? Serena, 1. I love you. He was alive, Logan was alive. Everyone stared in sorrow. What are you looking at? Dig. I just heard him call me. Some looked skeptical, but a few resumed digging. Logan, talk, where are you? The downpour was deafening, even if he shouted we might miss it. And his inner voice had gone utterly still. Despair crept in. Look, over there, someone shouted. I followed his finger. A patch of black flickered beneath the mud. Rain had washed some slurry off Logan. I lunged. Flynn grabbed me. Are you nuts? That's mid-slide, dangerous, get lost. I slapped him free. Logan was right there, I couldn't abandon him. They hovered at the edge, frantic but afraid to step in. Yellow sludge surged along the old scar of the slope, every bit as lethal as they'd warned. I clawed the muck off Logan's chest, then wiped his face clean. He was curled tight, arms cradling his head, unconscious. He weighed a ton. My arms were surrendering when a hand shot in, Lizzie's. Hurry. The 2 of us hauled him free, dragged him clear of the mudslide's tongue, and lugged him farther up the ridge. No breather yet. I felt for breath, still there. He'd buried his face and kept his airway open. I unbuckled his belt so nothing squeezed his ribs, then peeled the sopping waterproof shell off him. Mud had wicked clear through, his skin was cooling fast. I stripped off my own jacket and wrapped him against me. Lizzie angled an umbrella over us. I glanced up. Thanks back there. I swept my gaze across the other guests, every one of them found somewhere else to look. They didn't have to dodge me, I was grateful they'd helped dig at the start. Don't thank me, Lizzie snorted. I fished out the boss, not you. So you heard? I'm kind of into the boss. I tugged one corner of my mouth. Sorry, kid. The girlfriend Logan mentioned? That's me. We were just mid-fight. What? Her eyes doubled in size. Am I a toy in your little game? Not really. I rubbed my nose. Blame Logan. I'd flirted forever, almost given up, before the guy finally admitted he liked me back. Where am I? Am I dead? Serena. Good, she's okay. His inner voice cut out. Passed out again? A shrill mental scream rattled my skull. Holy crap, I'm in Serena's arms, warm, fragrant, soft. Wait, where's my head lying? Oh, chest. Serena's chest. Save me, I'm gonna get a nosebleed. My face combusted. I nudged him. He nuzzled closer. Whimper, more hugs. Fine, you win, one more cuddle. When his mental fireworks finally dimmed, I whispered, Logan, awake? I'm up. He crawled out of my coat, shivering. 8 perfect abs flashed. I nearly bled out myself. How was that fair? Totally indecent. We had no spare clothes, so he shrugged into the shell. The zip-in liner was soaked through and useless. He moved in slow motion, wincing hard as he threaded his right arm. It hurts, my arm, why'd it have to break now? My stomach flipped, right arm broken? He needed a hospital, stat. Luckily the rain had eased, and the slide had carried us halfway down the spur. I hooked his left elbow and started the descent. Logan, you scared us half to death. Yeah, only Serena kept saying you were alive, she wouldn't stop digging. Praises made my cheeks burn. Sob, I'll love you forever, Serena. Serena, your hand, bleeding, I can see bone. Crap, now that they mentioned it, the sting hit. I checked around, everyone bore scrapes, though some were already bandaged. We reached Cedar Ridge by 4. Staff said county crews had cleared the road, and vans shuttled us to the regional trauma center. Logan's forehead gleamed with cold sweat, lips chalk white, pain off the charts. I probably looked worse. Doctors dressed my wounds, mummifying all 10 fingers. I stayed 2 weeks before the gauze came off. Logan's break required longer. When I was discharged he still wore the cast. Arg, why now? I haven't even hugged her properly and she's leaving? Roads open, time to head back to Denver. No rush, though. Wah, epic quest for wife still unfinished. Little cabbage, ground so bare, 28 and single, despair, motormouth ice king. Logan, does it still hurt? I lifted tear-damp eyes, rims artfully pink, pure yet sexy mode, activated. His Adam's apple bobbed. Not anymore. It kills, but I can't let her worry. I'll blow on it. I pursed my lips and puffed twice over the thick cast. Ah, adorable, cured by love, Serena is my goddess. You two finish, Jamie groaned, writhing. I'm stuffed before lunch. I flicked a glance. Healed? Then scram. Humph, we bail tomorrow. Aren't you leaving? Logan asked me. Tears welled on cue. I amazed myself. You got wrecked saving me. I can't bolt until you're better. Should I re-break it so she stays? Kid, that idea's a hard no from me. Flynn appeared at the doorway. Serena, can we talk? I stood, reading the stubborn set of his jaw. Little jerk, what's he plotting? Don't go, Serena, she doesn't even like me. Logan's hand twitched but stayed put. I smiled. Wait for me, back soon. Flynn and I stopped in the empty stairwell. Do you like Logan? Yes. No point lying. His eyes reddened. Why him? Can't you like me? I frowned. I heard your bet with your buddy that day. He froze. I did like you. The bet was cowardice, he dared me, he mumbled. I studied him, smooth flirt, but the regret looked real. Not enough. Up there when the hill came down, you bolted and slammed me aside. You never looked back. Flynn's pupil shrank, he stepped back, face bloodless. I was terrified. I know. I was too. So was Logan, so was Lizzie. Terror doesn't excuse it. I'm sorry, really. Flynn hugged his head and sat on the floor, finally bursting into loud sobs. I patted his shoulder. Self-preservation is human nature. I forgive you. The next day, they all left. Only I remained. Logan and I were both discharged and came back to Cedar. New travelers kept arriving. One girl couldn't help asking for Logan's number the moment she saw him. I bit my lip. If his arm weren't broken, I'd have gobbled him up already. With guests coming and going, Logan, his hand in a cast, delegated all the work. Whenever I wrote, he'd sit nearby and read my novel. Normally my chapters flew, but with him holding the pages I burned with embarrassment. Do you know the feeling of every shameless innuendo you've written being scrutinized by your crush? No, you don't, but I do. I could even hear Logan's running commentary inside his head. Huh, what does curves mean here? And planes, hollows, ravines? Feels so random and odd. Fingers? Comfortable? Logan's face flamed scarlet. He set the book down, sprang up, and bolted. I snatched the novel, ripped the whole page out, and tossed it. Mortifying. Thank God it was a published edition. If it had been the unedited version, I'd die. Next day Logan picked up a different copy. Do you play guitar? Because you just plucked my heartstrings. What's your sign? You belong to me. The sea of bitterness has no shore, but turn around and here I am. He sneaked glances at me while I mentally built an entire second Cedar Ridge retreat with my toes. Serena likes this kind of thing? I'd better plan it out. My eyes narrowed. Please, no. Luckily, for the next 2 weeks Logan did nothing. A month had passed since the mudslide, and today I took him to the hospital to have the cast removed. The doctor said the break hadn't been serious, but he should avoid heavy labor for a while. That night I lay in bed, tossing and turning. Ding. I grabbed my phone, a message from Logan. Come out. So cold. Don't feel like it. A long pause. Just when I thought he wouldn't answer, another text popped up. Then I'll come in. If you come here, won't that be the lamb strolling straight to the tiger? I slipped into my sexiest dress, deep red slip, V-neck, backless, linked by a few metal chains. Let's see how you handle this. Knock. I spritzed warm perfume twice, dabbed on a touch of oxblood gloss, smiled at the mirror. Perfect. Even I wanted to date myself. Coming. I opened the door. Ugh. Logan stumbled backward, clapping a hand over his nose and mouth. My smile froze. Was my scent too much for him? His mind went blank white. Logan, what are you thinking? The question startled him, his pupils blew wide. What am I thinking? Right, what am I thinking? Could I say I'm thinking about her? Of course not. But except for thoughts of her my brain's empty. My head hurts. How could she open the door dressed like this for me? Would she do the same for any man? What if it had been some creep? But she looks incredible, smells amazing, I want to hug her, kiss her. Humph, tough guy. I turned and walked back inside. Thud. Logan clamped one hand to his head and the other to his nose, red clear to the ears. Am I getting a nosebleed? Thank heavens, no, how embarrassing. Will she hate me? Woo-woo, I didn't mean it, but this is lethal sexy, red carpet level. Where am I supposed to look? If I keep staring, will she think I'm a pervert? But I really want to look, I can't control my eyes or my nostrils. Please no nosebleed, behave. Logan, aren't you coming in? He rubbed his nose, finally spoke. Is it okay if I do? Okay? Duh. I wore this to seduce you. It's fine, come in, sit here. I cleared the foot of the bed, then perched on the desk opposite, legs crossed on the chair. Bet I looked irresistible, why else would he keep rubbing his nose? Misty blue awaiting rain, and I'm awaiting you. By the foot of the green hill lived Lady White, so gorgeous. Monster, halt, too pretty. Two tigers, so cute, so cute. What a jumble. So, Logan, why are you here? You seemed unhappy tonight. Want some mousse cake? He said it with perfect calm. Too bad the cake had smeared all over the inside of the box. He noticed, flushed, and tried to pull it back. I rolled the chair closer until our knees touched. I noticed his white-knuckled fists, his ramrod spine. I acted unfazed. I'm a pretty good tough guy myself. Let's eat. I reached for it. I'll hold it, you just eat, he said. He peeled the box open and cradled it. One bite, sweet, but not cloying. I loved it. An idea sparked. I dabbed a bit onto the corner of my mouth and looked up. Sugary smile. Want a taste? Ahem, sure, let me try, he mumbled, eyes darting everywhere. What do I do? How is she this adorable? I want to lick the mousse right off her lip, must be sweeter. I could turn into a squealing rubber chicken, my scalp tingles, my whole body trembles. Honestly, I really wanted him to taste it off my lip, but before he even tried he was short-circuiting. If I actually kissed him, would he faint? While I daydreamed, the tiny cake in his hands was gone. Hey, my cake! Didn't you say I could have a bite? You didn't leave me a crumb. I looked down, oops. Woo-woo, my little cake, woo-woo, Serena you wicked woman, woo-woo, bullying me just because you know I like you. Here, take it back. I took the empty box from him, set it on the floor, then straddled his lap, pushed him gently against the bed frame, cradled the back of his head, and kissed him. Some men are technically alive, but they've actually been dead for a while. Logan braced both hands on the mattress, eyes wide as saucers. I slipped off his glasses and kissed him again, softer this time, tracing the shape of his lips. His body quivered, then his hands found my lower back and he took command. From clumsy and frantic to virtuoso in 60 seconds flat. So good, so fragrant, so soft, so sweet. I leaned on his shoulder, breathless, while his palms scorched my waist, burning hot, my whole body feverish. Logan, sweet enough? His hands paused, then he gripped my waist, eased me back, and looked at me. Plenty sweet. I want more. A gale force storm battered the petals, rising water surged through the ravines to hide our bodies. Seize the day, exactly as I designed. Thanks for listening to today's story. If you liked the video, please like and share with friends. We look forward to your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more great stories. See you next time.